Hey, you too. Marcy to be here to talk movies today. This time of year, a lot of good movies are released, so they can be eligible for consideration for the Oscars. Waiting on Selma. That won't be released here in Atlanta until January, but there are a lot of good movies out, and I consider myself a fairly avid moviegoer. I don't necessarily need a date to go to the movies, although there is something to be said for going to the movies on a Friday night or the weekend with a big crowd and all the ambiance. But most often I catch like the early bird matinee. I like the movies that much that I go by myself. I have no problem going by myself. And it's kind of nice because you pay half price for the movie. You go and there may be 3, 4, sometimes a sprinkling handful of people in the theater. Almost like having your own private screening.
Now, one movie that is garnering a lot of Oscar buzz is the movie Foxcatcher. It was actually released last month in November, but just hit theaters here in Atlanta on December 19th. Now, it is based on the book and true story of brothers and Olympic champions Mark and Dave Schultz. Now, I was a fan of the WWE back in the day, but wasn't that familiar with Olympic wrestling. And so I either didn't hear about or didn't remember this story. But that actually might have been a good thing because I was totally engaged through the whole movie. And when certain things transpired in the movie, my mouth was just agape. Now, I won't spoil it for those of you that have not seen the movie or don't know the story. But if you do, you will definitely understand what I'm talking about. Foxcatcher tells the story of when, in the 1980s, John DuPont, heir to the DuPont fortune, and played by Steve Carell in this movie, invites then struggling Olympic wrestler Mark Schultz, played by Channing Tatum in this movie, to train at his Foxcatcher wrestling training facility on his Foxcatcher estate. Later, he also convinces Mark's brother Dave Schultz, who is played by Mark Ruffalo in this movie, to also come train and coach at his facility. They embark upon building the best and strongest U.S. Olympic wrestling team to win the next and hopefully future Olympics. But it soon becomes readily apparent that something's just not right with John DuPont. All three actors give strong, believable performances, especially Steve Carell, who transforms himself from the 40-year-old virgin to the eccentric, erratic, and sometimes paranoid John DuPont. Steve Carell is almost unrecognizable as he delivers a chilling portrayal of the psychologically troubled millionaire. Channing Tatum looks, acts, and envelops the role of Olympic wrestler and shows that he does have some range as an actor as he delivers the simplest lines in this well-developed screenplay. Mark Ruffalo, a former wrestler himself and also former Academy Award nominee, trained with Tatum for 7 months and is totally believable in his role as Dave Schultz. Foxcatcher not only deals and focuses on the tragic tale of aristocrat John DuPont, but there's also an underlying theme throughout the movie of sibling rivalry between two brothers. Foxcatcher is definitely worth the price of admission, even full admission. And I feel it is a much better movie than some of the other movies out right now that are being touted for Oscar, i.e. Birdman and Gone Girl. I've seen both Birdman and Gone Girl. Foxcatcher is a much better movie. So that is my movie review for Foxcatcher. YouTube, if you've seen the movie, I'd be interested in knowing what you think. Please post a comment down below, rate, comment, and subscribe. And as I always say, YouTube, be safe, take care. That is all for now, but I will see you soon.